Welcome to Ben Talks Money. Here we discuss stocks, investments, ETFs, and personal finance.
Hello there, welcome back to Ben Talks Money. My name is Ben. I have an MBA in Finance and Management. I've been trading for 8 years and I'm a full-time options trader. So if you're new here, please subscribe to the channel, like the video, and humbly, please help me get to 4,000 subscribers. I'm very close to it and your subscription will mean a lot for me. So thank you in advance for that. So in today's video, we'll be talking about Sofi. Sofi is one of the most popular stocks on the market. We've been trading Sofi almost the entire year. Every week we take a look at it. It's almost on our watch list every week because Sofi always gives you an opportunity to trade it one direction or the other. So the stock has been doing incredibly well. We pick it up from right here around $14. That's where we pick up Sofi earlier this year. It came on our radar. We watched Sofi for a little bit and it consolidated, and when it started to curl, you can see from here, when it started to curl, we got into Sofi. And we rode the momentum all the way from about $14.50, $15, that area, all the way to $30.50. We started selling most of our calls around $30 when it was struggling to break above $31. And it came back into here. You can see on the daily chart here, it came back with the rest of the market. It came back down here. It held the 50-day SMA, which at that time was around $25. It held it nicely. So we got back in again with another set of call options, and we rode it all the way back up here to about $29.80. It was struggling to break $30. So we sold some and we got back in here again. Now we are in Sofi. The options are doing incredibly well. Of course, almost 80% up. But their earnings are tomorrow morning. Sofi earnings is tomorrow morning. And it's a make or break for the stock. The reason being that there need to be a justification for this huge run. The stock has more than doubled this year, moving from around $12 earlier in the year, probably around $10, all the way to $30. That's almost triple. So they need to justify this valuation. There needs to be a justification for it. And that will come from the earnings. So looking at the earnings, if you look at the expectations from the option chain, the stock is expected to move 11% one direction or the other. The activities in the options usually tells you what the market is expected from Sofi. It doesn't necessarily mean Sofi is going to move 11%, but that's the expected move. So what it means is that if you are buying a call option for Sofi that expires on Friday, the implied volatility is priced around 11%. So if the stock doesn't make the 11% move in the direction that you want, your options are not going to react and you are going to probably lose your premium. That's how these things work. That's why sometimes you see after the earnings, the stock will go up, but your options will not react. It's because the market makers, they are expecting a move. And with Sofi, the move is expected around 11%, either going up or coming down. So even if Sofi goes up 5% after the earnings or comes down 5% after the earnings, and you have a call option that expires on Friday, you are going to lose. So that's by the by. But this stock needs to deliver on their earnings tomorrow morning. And if they do deliver, if you can see here, it looks like the market is really set up and ready for this stock to run if their earnings are good. Because right now, it's sitting directly at almost all-time high. The all-time high is around $30.50. This stock is just 50 cents away from the previous all-time high. And if they deliver, if the earnings comes out good with the momentum in the market, the interest rate cut coming up, and the potential of a trade deal with China, this stock going into end of year rally, this stock will probably hit 40, 45, 50 by the end of the year. So everything is dependent on this earnings tomorrow morning. And if they don't deliver, you can expect this stock to come back to at least test the 50-day SMA by the end of the week. The 50-day SMA is right now around 2660, and coming down there to touch it probably will give an entry for another trade if everything else aligns. But if the company delivers on the earnings, Sofi is going to go crazy tomorrow and for the rest of the week and going into the end of year rally, which usually occurs, right? So tomorrow is very, very, very crucial for Sofi, and I hope they deliver for the sake of all of us. I sold a little bit of my options because, hey, it's up almost 80%. I need to take some profit, because even though my options expires next year, I still need to pay myself a little bit going into this potential volatility. If it goes up, we are still in it. If it comes down, it will give us an opportunity to add what we took off, right, at a lower cost. So that's what we are hoping for on Sofi. And I hope by tomorrow, there will be good news. And then Sofi will be trading around $35, getting into next week, 40, 45 by the end of the year. Okay, so that's the end of the video for Sofi. If it was helpful to you, please like the video, share, subscribe, tell a friend to tell a friend. And until next time, Let's keep talking money.